Hi dear cricket fans, friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. This is your host welcoming you to your favorite show, Cricket Happenings. What are we going to do is we are going to first look at the match, which was a real exciting match which happened. And as in the recent past, as you know, England and South Africa clashes have been very, very close. And in the 2011 World Cup also proved to be very close. And in the end, England were the winners by 6 runs. But looking at the match here, if you see, England were the ones who won the toss and chose to bat here at Chidambaram Stadium, Chepauk in Chennai, where the temperature was at 35 degrees, and where the England innings started off in very bizarre fashion. And there was a surprise because Graham Smith actually had Robin Peterson, the left-arm spinner, bowling, and Robin Peterson got the breakthrough. He not only got the breakthrough, in fact he got the first 3 wickets of the England innings and actually reduced England to 15 for 3 at one stage. The first to go was Andrew Strauss, who was gone for a duck of the bowling of Peterson as he tried to play a high shot which was taken by De Villiers at mid-wicket very well. Kevin Peterson, always, as you know, the left-arm spinners have been the bane for Peterson, as Peterson fell to the bait of Peterson. Peterson fell to the bait of Peterson. Kevin Peterson fell to Robin Peterson, the left-arm spinner, as he was caught by Callis low down at slip and he was walking, and Ian Bell was deceived in the flight by Robin Peterson, and he was gone for 5. So Robin Peterson was a surprise, but Robin Peterson had made Graham Smith proud of the decision to actually introduce him, and he was the one who actually took the first 3 wickets to follow, and England were tottering at the time at 15 for 3. After that, it required a partnership from Jonathan Trott, who played in a very composed fashion, and Ravi Bopara playing his first World Cup match, also complimenting him very well, and both of them really worked it out right from the 5th over till the 30th over and took the score to 114. And after that, it was the first to go was Jonathan Trott after making 52 of 94 balls, 3 fours. Imran Tahir came there and picked up the wicket. He was caught and bowled by Imran Tahir. After that, it was Matt Pryor. Matt Pryor was the victim of Morkel for 10. And then Imran Tahir came in and actually rubbed it in by taking all the remaining wickets. Actually, that was the only partnership which actually was very good. But after that, there was no resistance whatsoever as Imran Tahir ran through the tail and everyone were gone. Bresnan was gone for 1, Swan was out for 16, Broad was out for naught, and Anderson remained not out on 171 all out was a very, very low score under the circumstances. Robin Peterson, 8 overs, 2 maidens, 3 for 22 was a good choice of actually opening the bowling with Robin Peterson, the left-arm spinner, by Graham Smith. Dale Steyn, 9 overs, no maiden, 1 for 37. Mon Markle, 7 overs, no maiden, 2 for 16, bowled well. Callis bowled 4 overs, 1 maiden, none for 14. Imran Tahir continued to impress, 8.4 overs, 1 maiden, 38 runs and 4 wickets. 5 overs for 16 for Du Plessis, and 4 overs, no maiden, none for 20 for JP Duminy. Now, looking at the South African reply, the South African reply was was a very good reply. In fact, they had put on a 50-run partnership. 63 runs were added by Hashim Amla and Graham Smith in just 15 overs. But after that, the openers were the only ones who really played. After that, the innings really went into a real downswing, I would say, as the first to go was Graham Smith. The pace bowlers couldn't make any impression actually. In fact, Andrew Strauss also started in the same fashion as his counterpart, but it didn't really work well. Michael Yardy, he had figures of 9 overs, 146, but in the end it was not enough. And Hashim Amla was actually playing his strokes. He was quite risky, whipping the ball down the leg side, but Graham Smith was the first to go as Graham Swan actually gave something to cheer about for England as he picked up the first wicket of Graham Smith for 22 of 41 balls to 2 4. So that was the first wicket to go as far as South Africa were concerned. After that, it was Hashim Amla and Callis at the crease. Callis was very in a sportsman-like manner. Actually, he was caught. In fact, before that, Hashim Amla was the next to be dismissed, as Hashim Amla was clean bowled by Stuart Broad, who bowled superbly today. In fact, he was responsible for actually giving South Africa the victory in the final annals, which I will be talking about later. Hashim Amla was gone, clean bowled by Stuart Broad for 40 days. He played on for 42 or 51 balls to 2 fours. After that, that was the time when 75 for 2 when Amla left. After that, the innings really went into a tailspin as more and more wickets fell, as Callis fell to Broad, and Callis walked like a sportsman. Actually, he asked Pryor whether he had taken the cards. Pryor said yes, and he started walking. Such was a sportsman-like spirit from Jack Callis, out for 15 of 20 balls, 3 fours. A.B. de Villiers, and after that it was 3 wickets were down for 82 at that stage, and A.B. de Villiers, actually a very good stroke maker, but actually eschewed his stroke making and started playing in a very, very purposeful way. And Faf du Plessis also impressed by just nudging the singles, and both of them actually took on the score to 124. And well, this was all going on very well for South Africa, but by the time it was all over, it was by the time the score was taken to 124, Anderson came in and showed his abilities there for the first time in the World Cup by actually dismissing de Villiers with a beautiful delivery. Clean ball by Anderson for 25. Du Plessis was superbly run out for a duck, and suddenly again the South African innings stumbled there. Duminy was cleaned up by Anderson for a duck, and then Morne van Wyk and Steen were in the middle. Peterson was also gone, a victim of Yardy, and Morne van Wyk was with Dale Steen when the score was 127 for 7 when Peterson was gone. And after that, this was the partnership, 127 for 7 and 37th over, and England had actually, even though they made a low total, they had reduced South Africa to 127 for 7, and that was the time the match became very exciting, with Van Wyk and Dale Steen combining into a good partnership and taking the score on to 160 before Mon Van Wyk fell as Bresnan went through his defenses for 13 of 37 balls, and Dale Steen, and that was the time when the score was 164. That was the time when Dale Steen was there, and there was hopes for South Africa. But well, it all 164 for 9 in the this was in the 47th over. But in the 48th over, it was just 7 runs to get. But Stuart Broad came in and actually shut any hopes of South Africa there. Actually picked up both the wickets in the same over and finished off the match for his team here. As Steen was dismissed for 20, a very well made 20 of 31 balls with 3 fours, and that was it. Imran Tahir was not out on 1. Mon Markel was caught behind the bowling of Broad for 1. 165 all out South Africa. Yardy 9 overs 1 maiden 1 for 46. Anderson 6 overs 2 for 16 bowled well. Bresnan 8 overs 1 maiden 1 for 27. 10 overs 2 maidens 1 for 29 for Swan, bowled very well. He was the one who made a great difference. 6.4 overs no maiden, 15 runs and 4 wickets. He had 4 for 15, and Kevin Peterson 8 overs no maiden, none for 30. Well, dear friends, I don't have much time. I'm going to give a real wrap up here of the India versus Ireland match here. India versus Ireland, well, India won it very, very easily by 5 wickets, but I can say that Ireland definitely made India work for it. Ireland were the ones who actually batted first. The top of the innings, there was a William Porterfield, the captain, played a very good innings of 75, 104 balls with 6 fours. But the feature of this particular match between India and Ireland were, just to tell you the scores here, Ireland were 207 all out. It was built around Porterfield, 75 104 balls with 6 fours and 1 6. Niall O'Brien contributed 46 of 78 balls with 3 fours. Cusack made 24 and 17. As far as India were concerned, Yuvraj Singh, the spinner, was the hero. The ball was not really coming onto the bat. It was not difficult to bat on. You had to really work it out there. And Yuvraj Singh not only made 10 overs, no, made 31 runs and 5 wickets. He took the man of the match, became the first person in the annals of World Cup cricket history to actually take 5 wickets and also score a 50 to actually win the match for India. Well, as far as the India were concerned, well, for India, it was Tendulkar who made 38. But before that, let me just very quickly run through the bowling figures as far as India were concerned. Zahir Khan, who gave the breakthrough initially, 9 overs, 1 maiden, 30 runs, 3 wickets, bowled well. Munaf Patel, 4.5 overs, no maiden, 1 for 25. But as I said, Yuvraj Singh was the hero, 5 for 31. Piyush Chawla was very, very disappointing today. 8 overs, no maiden, none for 56. Harbhajan Singh, 9 overs, 1 maiden, none for 29. As far as India were concerned, India were made to work for it. I would really credit Ireland for that. As Sehwag and Gambhir were dismissed very early. Sehwag actually put in a tame catch to Johnston, 5 of 3 balls. And Gambhir was also gone. Cusack bowled Johnston for 10. After that, unfortunately, Johnson couldn't bowl after bowling 5 overs, 1 maiden. Very, very well bowled by Johnson, 2 for 16. Couldn't take any further part in the match, unfortunately. And then the person who did it for India were some contributions coming there from Tendulkar, who made 38 of 56 balls with 4 fours. Virat Kohli was run out on 34. Yuvraj Singh was not out on 50. Pathan finished it off by hitting 3 monstrous 6s and 2 4s in a score of 30 of 23 balls. Dhoni contributed a very good 34. And the best bowler for Ireland was George Dockrell, who bowled 10 overs, no maiden, 249. He was the best there. Other than that, dear cricket fans, it's all over. India are on the top of the Group B point standings here with 5 points, and also have a good net run rate than England. Sorry, dear cricket fans, I couldn't really go the whole hog today. I really apologize for that. Thanks for your company. This is Ram signing off. Thank you.